Ooh, it is crackable too, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Fun.
Huh?
That looks great. Doesn't it look good?
The quenelle. Oh,
yeah, baby.
that is the best quenelle I've ever seen on MasterChef. What? It looks spectacular. Like, honestly, mate, that looks wonderful.
Yeah. Give it a bit more. Perfect. Yeah, nice.
Right, just a bit of Reynolds in the
Yeah, a bit of
background.
Reynolds in the background. That looks amazing. Reynolds, look, you look very handsome. Can you flex the guns a bit more?
All right, let's go, boys.
I'm going to be making a salted caramel ice cream with some macadamia crumble. The ingredients today, I'm going to be using the Quondong's lemon myrtle and the macadamia. So I'm just going to keep it simple and just work my way with those 3 ingredients.
I just feel like at this point of the competition, you want to do something that you're comfortable with, but also something that we can get you the advantage. So I'm going to do something that's my strength, and that's going to be desserts.
To be in the top 3, I'm taking my dish up to the judges. The only thing I'm worried about is the Quondongs. I don't know if I like the Quondongs with the other stuff.
So I've made a macadamia with salted caramel ice cream.
You pleased?
Not really.
No.
It's the Quondongs. I could have left them off.
The Quondongs?
Yeah.
Did you doubt them?
Yeah.
Nice toasty, crumbly things with dark caramel. You're playing into our hands.
Cooking's a really wonderful thing, isn't it? You create a dish and it plays in your mind. Will they like it? Then doubt comes in.
Yeah.
The Quondongs, you doubted them. I love them. I love the Quondongs. I think they actually make the dish, and I like the dish because it's not sweet. Well done, Reynolds.
Thank you.
Thanks, Reynolds.
Using all the ingredients, quite interesting. I mean, you can see already it's like a cheese platter.
Today I'm doing blue cheese, figs and apples with honey rosemary ice cream. It's sort of like a deconstructed cheese platter. Gary, I know that he doesn't really like things deconstructed. He likes simple, delicious cooking, just packed full of flavour. I know I can make my dishes look good, but that's not enough. Deconstructed has to taste better than the original to impress Gary. And that's really true because now I've got to taste everything, make sure that the textures are right, make sure the flavors are right, and make sure everything goes well together. I've got the apple skin, the poached apples, and I'm making these toffee apples. I haven't deconstructed everything fully and make sure just everything keeps its integrity. If I can get that paper in, it's going to be a game changer. So I'm just hoping that I've done enough. My goal today is actually to try and impress Gary. I know that he doesn't really like things deconstructed. I've been really conscious not to deconstruct everything and lose its flavour and the essence of it.
Reynolds, what have you cooked?
I've made blue cheese and figs with apples and honey and rosemary ice cream.
Pleased?
I'm really stoked. It's the first mystery box that I'm actually happy with.
That ice cream looks really glossy and smooth. So what was the flavour?
Honey rosemary.
Honey rosemary. And the cream again?
Blue cheese foam.
You know I'm going absolutely bonkers with your deconstructed stuff because, you know, sometimes, actually, most of the time for me, it doesn't really hit the mark. And this is another example of you just going bonkers. But this time, it absolutely works. And I love the ice cream. The honey rosemary ice cream is delicious. And it's that mixture of fresh and caramelized and crunchy and crispy and then soft cheese. And of course, the blue cheese foam all just goes together and makes it really interesting. And you're hunting for new flavors in that little tumble of ingredients. Reynolds, this could be a winner.
Thank you, guys.
Well done.
Hearing that Gary liked the dish, and especially that it was a little bit deconstructed, thank God, because I've convinced him a little bit, so I'm just hoping that I can get that power apron.
What are you doing, Raro?
I'm wearing shard, so I'm just going to do like toasted coconut, blood orange granita.
With chamomile ice cream, toasted coconut shavings, caramelized popcorn, blood orange segments in a coconut husk.
Today I really want to get this advantage because I just feel like there's something for me to prove. Hopefully today's the day.
Reynold, what's the dish?
I've got a blood orange granita as a bed. I'll be serving that on a coconut husk. I've got a chamomile ice cream in the freezer. I've got some candy popcorn.
What are we going to love about it when we stick our spoon in it? What's going to be like that?
Refreshing.
Refreshing.
Yeah.
Your dish sounds awesome, right?
Yeah.
It sounds delicious. But Reynold, you've got to sell it to us as well.
Yeah.
If we pick you, you come to that table and you love that dish. Because if you love it, before we've even tasted it, we love it.
Yeah.
All right?
Yeah.
I'm determined to wow the judges, so today I'm planning to impress them with my plating skills. The judges really want to see some passion in me, and the way I'm going to sell that to them is through my plating.
Love it. Love a little plate up at the pass.
Yeah, I like this.
Right, off you go,
Bit of
Reynold.
theatre.
I've got a blood orange granita with a salted caramelized popcorn, blood orange zest that I've candied, toasted coconut shavings with a chamomile ice cream.
Little quenelle. Oh, yeah, baby. That is the best quenelle I've ever seen on MasterChef.
You don't happen to have your phone, do you?
I do it off.
Could you take a shot and send it to Matt and I? Closer, just give it a bit, yeah. Perfect. Yeah, nice.
Mate, just a bit of Reynold in the
Yeah, a bit of
background.
Reynold in the background. That looks amazing. Reynold, look, you look very handsome. Can you flex the guns a bit more?
All right, let's go, boys.
It looks absolutely beautiful.
What I love about this dessert is that chamomile ice cream is absolutely bang on. It has that fragrance of hay shed. It's, you know, like drying grass in the summer. Popcorn, perfect combination with that orange zest with it. For me, the popcorn needs more salt because something has to balance the sweetness of the praline, the ice cream, and especially the granita. I mean, it's amazing dessert, but you know it needs lime. You know it needs more salt.
I think I've done a really good job with this dish, but there's a few areas for me to work on. However, I'm determined to get better and better. Next round, I really want to blow them away.
This must be your dream challenge. If the last round was Jessica's dream challenge, this must be your dream challenge. What, take one ingredient and just do it 3 ways? For you, this is heaven, isn't it?
Oh, this is definitely heaven for me because I love chocolate. You know I love my chocolate. So I'm going to do chocolate 3 ways. One's going to be with a raspberry ganache. It's going to be tempered into a log for another element. And it's going to be chocolate soil.
Wow.
So inside's going to be raspberry gel, which is just from this one.
Fantastic.
And you crack it open, it should just ooze out with the raspberry
Oh,
sorbet.
you are pushing yourself. You
I'm
want
definitely
that
pushing it. I
apron,
really
don't you?
do.
Now, this dish, this could be the one.
I hope so.
I wish I had more time for this dish. That advantage would have been great, but I'm going to push myself. I'm going to push myself really hard.
Good luck, Reynold.
Hey, look at that.
Oh, I love that. It looks, interesting but weird.
So I've done the chocolate 3 ways. It's a chocolate log with raspberry liquid center, chocolate raspberry ganache, and chocolate soil.
Ooh. So is there something in the middle? Do we
Yeah, just crack it open.
Ooh, it is crackable too, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Fun.
Huh?
That looks great. Doesn't it look good?
This is unbelievable.
Yeah, really good. And in terms of interpreting the challenge, 3 ways, 3 stairways to heaven.
Yeah.
3 chocolate stairways to heaven.
Yeah,
even.
absolutely. I'm just smiling because it's one of those little moments, isn't it? When you smack that thing in half and it oozes that lovely red centre. Really gorgeous.
You're an amateur cook You're putting up food that is as spectacular and as restaurant quality as this. You could be in the running for the Powerade and that guaranteed immunity pin.
Thanks, guys.
I'm really stoked. I'm really surprised. I haven't had this good feedback in a really long time.
Oh my God. They finished.
Today we've been playing with a new idea that I've had recently. I'm going to be making an apple and caramel dish. I'm going to cook this dish because I can see this dessert being in my dessert bar later on. I don't really want to copy anyone else's dish. I just want to make something that is different, something that is unique, and something that I can claim to be my own. This dish has 3 caramel elements and 3 apple elements. And I want to be extravagant about it. I want to make it look absolutely beautiful, but also taste really good. With almost 30 minutes gone, I think I'm doing okay. I've got my ice cream churning, my white chocolate melting for the caramel cream, and I'm just starting my caramel sauce.
There's a lot going on in here, I can tell.
Dessert, yeah?
Yeah.
You know, I think everybody else is doing dessert.
Oh, really?
Yeah, look at it. Look, look, look. Sugar, flour, lemons. It's interesting because if I knew you're going to do dessert, I just wouldn't go near it.
No,
Do a savoury
I'd
dish.
do it and beat him. You have given us desserts that no other contestants ever on MasterChef has given us.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, you've blown us away. So the pressure for you is high.
Yeah,
right
keeping
now.
up the standards.
Yeah.
I really want to keep impressing the judges with my desserts, so I'm pushing myself today. I check on the white chocolate in the oven. White chocolate is burnt. Looking at this white chocolate, some bits are dry, some bits are burnt, and it's not really what I want it to be.
I'm not sure if I'm going to use that one. It's a bit too dark, so I'm going to try it again.
And I grab some white chocolate, put it into a little bowl, and put it into the microwave. My most complex element is my twirl. This twirl is nothing like any other twirl. It's not like a disc. It's not like shards. It's a stretched out twirl into a nest.
Practice a little patience on this just for a second. I'm interested to see what happens, but you see how you're getting a bit of viscosity now?
It's not easy.
No, it's not easy.
Seeing the judges watching me and just trying to stretch it really carefully, just adding a little bit of pressure.
It's clever, isn't it?
Oh, I'm sweating out heaps.
Is that kind of what you want?
Yeah, just kind of like nest it up a little bit.
It's all very clever. I love that. And I actually love the taste too. But it's the thing with apples, I'm funny with apples.
You know, I know burning things quite cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
But what does it do for it?
The judges are quite concerned about the flavour of that apple, so I'm going to make sure the apple is going to be steeped in that potion liquid so as to get more appley flavour. And I'm really worried about the balance of sweetness with caramel. Hopefully that's going to add some refreshing notes to it. As I'm plating up all the elements onto the plate, I'm hoping it's going to be a complex, cohesive dish. I put the butterscotch caramel in the middle, some white chocolate crema around it, some apple pieces, and then some apple chips. There's a lot of caramel elements, but at the same time, I've got some apple elements as well. I'm feeling pretty happy with my dish. I'm hoping that they're going to like it, because by the looks of it, it looks good, but I'm feeling the pressure. Everyone has made a dessert, and there are high expectations for me to do well.
Well, hey, look at that. Are you happy?
Yeah, really happy with it.
Yeah, I would be too. It looks spectacular. I love that little kind of wafery twirl on the top. What's the dessert?
Apple and caramel. So there's charred apple, butterscotch, caramel and vanilla ice cream, crispy apple bits, and the almond twirl.
This dessert, just looking at it, makes me feel we're sitting in a really expensive restaurant and the pastry chef is a young gun. And that's what you are, Reynold. You are a young gun. Now, we have seen stunning desserts already.
Yeah.
So you're kind of in the box seat. You're kind of the favourite. But I tell you right now that if there's even a minor slip in that dessert, you won't win. But gee, that looks good at this stage.
I don't think we should ask too many more
Yeah.
questions.
No,
I reckon we should
go away and let us see.
stuck
Come on.
in and-
Thanks, guys. Enjoy.
see you later.
Just before we dive in, I reckon that is one of the best looking desserts we've ever had on the show. And I'm not just talking about from contestants.
I agree with you, Gary.
I'm talking about from professionals as well.
I agree with you.
I find the overloaded caramel quite heavy. I find myself. I know. What are you talking about? I find myself. I want some more apple. I want some more apple. I want some more freshness. And I just feel that this is the toffee apple, where the apple is tiny and the toffee is loads. For me, there's not enough freshness. There's not enough acidity to balance all that sugar. I love this candy, this kind of toffee candy floss. That's brilliant. I love the crispy apple skin, but I find it pretty wearing to eat in terms of this endless onslaught of toffee.
Look, I get where you're going, and I sort of, for me, the letdown is the apple component, because it could have been fresher, and there's a way to introduce freshness into the apple, even by just shredding fresh apple and putting it on the plate. But let's come to terms with our lives right at this moment, right? That ice cream and that caramel sauce, it's yum. That is technically beautiful.
Isn't that a brilliant thing when they put dishes up that you almost think, wow, I'd have trouble coming up with that idea myself in that period of time? Because I've never made a twirl like that before, and now I want to make one.
Today, I'm not taking any risk. I'm going to play it safe and cook what I know, and that's desserts. So today I'm going to be cooking a citrus curd with a bit of sablé and meringue. The curd is going to be a frozen citrus curd and act as a centerpiece of my dish. Crack some eggs into a bowl and some lemon juice, butter and sugar into a pot. I'm making the curd the old school way because I want to keep an eye on it. I want to see what stage it's going to be right for me to take off the heat. Feeling pretty confident in my dish. I'm just going to make sure that I've got all the balance right and that it's going to look nice and eat nice as well.
What's the dish?
So I'm thinking of doing a frozen citrus curd with meringue and sablé crumb.
You know, we've seen you do meringue, we've seen you do curd, you know, and I'm not saying don't do it, I'm just saying what else can you do?
If I'm going to survive today, I can't just plate up any old dessert. I have to come with some kind of innovative twist to push my dish over the edge and really blow the judges away. If I don't, I'm done for. I'm still trying to come up with a way to make my dish really pop and stand out. I want to take it from just another dessert and turn it into something special, but nothing is coming to mind. Looking at the condiments, there's mustard, there's barbecue sauce, tomato sauce, you know, Tabasco. I can't use any of that. Then I see balsamic vinegar and suddenly it hits me. I can do something with that.
You just pop the top off that with a knife, Reynold.
That's right, I only need a little bit. I can reduce that down and make that sweet. Then add it to the meringue to make a balsamic meringue, while also streaking reduction across the plate. It will complement the acidity of the frozen citrus curd perfectly and show the judges a little something new at the same time. So I've got the curd over the heat and I've got the balsamic vinegar reducing. I finally have a dish that I think is going to save me today and blow the judges away. Today I'll be making balsamic and citrus.
Come on, Jesse.
I look at my curd, it's done. Looking really hot, and I get it off the heat. I've got to freeze this as soon as possible. I put the curd into the tray, and I think I might have filled up too much, and that might affect the freezing time. A bit worried about the curd, but I'm just gonna put the curd into the glass chiller. Hopefully it's gonna set in time. I've got all my elements done, and I go to get my frozen citrus curd out of the freezer. This is going to be the centerpiece of my dish, so it's got to be perfect. The moment I look at it, I know something's wrong. I filled the dish with too much curd, and now it's not frozen in time. top 6 is so close, and that's my goal. Things have to be right today. I'm completely lost. The center is still quite soft.
It's not going to work.
Nah. It's just semi-frozen. Stupid of me. I'm just trying to figure out what can I do. Should I still go with the original plan or just change it up?
Hey, how's it looking, Reynold?
I just didn't get it frozen enough.
Yeah. Taste the frozen outside, taste the inside, understand the difference what cold makes.
Okay. Yeah, it's really acidic. Crap. The curd not freezing has totally thrown the balance of the acidity my dish needed. It's far more acidic than I wanted, and I don't have time to freeze anymore. I can't believe I've done this. I've let myself down so close to the end. It's tiny mistakes like that sends you home at this stage in the competition, and I've still got so much more to prove.
Keep it going, Reynold.
Come on, Reynolds. You know how to cook.
I'm not ready to go home. I'm not ready to give up.
I do want to keep fighting. I do want to keep pushing.
The curd not freezing, there's nothing I can do about it, so I'm just gonna have to pipe it onto the plate as is and hope my other elements are enough to save me, especially that balsamic meringue. My balsamic in citrus has not turned out like I planned. The curd failed to freeze and has potentially thrown the balance of flavor in my dish. The only thing that might save me is that balsamic meringue.
Reynold, 30 out of 31 day, disaster the next. Where are you with this dish? Are you back up the top or are you still down in that trough?
Honestly, I don't know. Today was a different type of cook because you're putting yourself on the plate here. And there's consequences, which is even more. I don't know. It means a lot for me to do this week because it's what I want to do. If it's not good enough, and if I go home, it's tough.
That curd. Is it thrown the dish?
Everything's good. Everything plays into the other ingredients' hands.
I love the balsamic, and I think that's what ties this dish together.
You know, I eat that and I keep thinking lemon meringue pie. You know, that meringue, citrus.
I think the curd lets it down, though. Everything else is good.
But the balsamic just kind of gives a little tap to the curd back into line. I think it's a really good dish, and I think we were concerned, you know, 30 out of 30, probably the weakest dish yesterday, where Reynold was going to go next. And for me, he's nudging up towards the top of the scale rather than way down the bottom.
Yeah.
I love Reynold because he's young and he thinks outside of the box, and he's really pushing his boundaries, which is great. And when you think about how old he is and the fact that he hasn't had any professional training, he's really, really good at what he does. And I think this guy is going to be an amazing pastry chef, and we're going to watch him, aren't we? Because we know that in the future, he's going to be doing some stuff.
I think with this kind of invention test really stretches your mind. It stretches your creativity as well. How are you going to interpret earth into your dish? And that's really interesting, especially at the stage of the competition, where everyone's really competitive and they can get out there and be creative with it.
Can you see legs?
So today I'm going to be making a 3 creme while, which is vanilla, coffee and hazelnut cream. So 3 different flavors, so when you take a spoonful, it's different every time. That will be covered with a coffee and hazelnut crumble, and on top will be a couple of mousse rocks. This whole concept of the dish looks like earth. It'll take you to a feel it's earthy, but at the same time, it'll be amazing and delicious.
Next one up is Reynold. So, Reynold, what did you make?
A pile of dirt and a couple of rocks.
Brilliant. Love it. So what flavour is your pile of dirt and couple of rocks?
So it's chocolate hazelnut, coffee, and vanilla. I've got that as a crema on the bottom, and I've got hazelnut and coffee crumble on top, and a frozen chocolate mousse.
Cool.
Reynold. I love it. I really love it. I felt like I was in a little, pile of dirt. Yeah, it's wonderful.
Gee, he's done well again, hasn't he?
It's good.
Come on, Jesse. Come on, Reynold. Keep it going.
I'm making a frozen sphere, which is made of white chocolate and passion fruit. The sphere will sit on top of a bed of coconut granita. I really want to be creative with this dessert. So I'm going to present all these elements inside a coconut shell. And I'll make a hot coconut sauce to be poured inside so that I have hot and cold elements together. I want to present this dish in the coconut shell. I want to have a bed of coconut granita, like little snow. And in the middle will be the passion fruit sphere, which is like white and with a tinge of yellow. I really want the sphere to be intense in passion fruit flavour. I siphon the white chocolate and passion fruit mixture into the silicone mould.
Keep it moving, Reynold.
And then into the blast chiller to set. Hopefully the two halves are going to freeze in time, otherwise it's going to be really difficult to assemble them to a perfect sphere.
Come on, guys.
Come on, guys.
25 minutes ago and I check on my coconut granita. I should have started scraping that earlier because right now it's just rock solid.
Scrape, Reynold. Scrape.
I want this granita to be fluffy but also flaky at the same time, really fine like snow. Inside the sphere is going to be filled with saffron caramelized pineapple. I cut the pineapple into cubes and start a dry caramel.
You're using saffron. Yum.
Yeah, for the pineapple.
It smells beautiful.
My mousse is just frozen set solid, and all I need to do now is to start to assemble.
That's good, Reynold.
With less than 15 minutes to go, I start working to finish off the passion fruit sphere. Good. I'm just gonna scoop out the middle. I have to work fast, if not the mixture's gonna melt while I'm working on it. After I place the pineapple into the middle, I put it back into the blast chiller to freeze again before I put the two halves together. To plate up, I grab the bottom half of the coconut and fill up the coconut granita. Putting the final touches on, a bit of lime zest, a bit of fresh mint and some dehydrated pineapple. In the middle of the granita will be the passion fruit white chocolate sphere. I check the two halves in the blast chiller and they're not as frozen as I hope it to be. I don't want to risk melting them, so I put the two halves together in the blast chiller. But I'm really nervous it's going to lose its shape. So I'm going to leave it in there for as long as possible before I plate up. Time's ticking and I can't wait for the sphere any longer. It's slightly melted. The bottom half is melting fast.
Beautiful. Get it back in the freezer. Hurry up, Reynold.
I'm just hoping when the judges eat it that they will love the flavours and that they don't notice any presentation issues once the hot coconut cream is poured over. I'm so relieved that I've managed to put this dish up. I took a risk. I'm hoping they love the hot and cold elements together.
There's a bit of fun.
Coconut with passion fruit and pineapple.
Oh, that's a hot sauce, isn't it?
I love that theatre of revealing the dessert inside the coconut.
I want to taste. This looks incredible.
There's lots going on in there as well.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. That Maltesey stuff.
Hang on.
Hold on. Don't burn your hand. And, oh.
Steam coming off it. Oh, that's good. enjoying that?
I love it.
It's really good, isn't it?
It just hits the spot.
It's really good.
It's cold, it's hot, it's sweet, it's creamy, it's everything. And you get a little souvenir. I love this.
That foam, that mousse of passion fruit, absolutely smash it.
And then that pineapple's chewy, and that kind of the iciness at the bottom, and that whole thing, that hot-cold combination, you know, it's so sophisticated, and just the best flavours of an Australian, northern Queensland summer holiday, isn't it?
Tropical dessert.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
As soon as I hear George say he wants something that's seductive, and he wants something that's a guilty pleasure, the first thing that came to mind was the forbidden apple, something that's like to tempt you.
Adam and Eve, forbidden fruit, it just makes sense. The idea I have in my head is an apple. It's got to be something that's going to be wow to the judges, so I was like, I got to go all out.
Reynold, you dream of being a high-end pastry chef, don't you?
Yeah.
Why are you confident? I would have thought you'd be going, yes, this is the challenge.
I'm happy it's going to be chocolate, but I'm really gambling on this.
So now what are you going to make?
I just want to try and recreate something that's like a forbidden fruit in a way. Try and make something look like an apple, which is quite...
Okay. So you're going to use a mould that's going to be frozen and this stuff in the middle, is that the idea?
Yeah, I've got hemisphere molds just freezing at the moment.
Yep.
I'm just going to dip that into ganache and then into the red cocoa butter. Yeah.
I love it. It's
hope
fantastic. It's like watching someone working out a pressure test with a recipe set by a top chef. So if you do pull it off, be massive kudos to you. Massive.
It's ridiculous, 90 minutes to think of this dish. It's got a lot of elements, it's got a lot of techniques that I need to keep right. I feel really scared that it's gonna fall apart, it's gonna break. It's a make or break dish. Today, I've decided to make a difficult dish. It's gonna represent the forbidden fruit. It's a frozen mousse coated with ganache and cocoa butter.
Yeah, I'm freaking out because I've got so many elements. I'm really pushing this to the limit.
I'm really worried about the coating of the apple because that's what's gonna make it look like the apple. I want it to be smooth.
What are you doing?
I'm just trying to get everything together. Yeah, I'm just a bit stressed.
Are we disturbing you at the moment?
Yeah, sorry.
All right, I'm just going to watch. Go on, keep going.
It's got edges, it's got bumps, and it's just not coating evenly.
I think that one's just gone.
You just got to stop, take a deep breath.
Take away the hurry because you're going to stuff it up.
Yeah.
And your dessert relies on that visual representation, doesn't it?
Come on, Reynold.
Thanks, guys.
Don't stuff it up, mate. Come on.
I'm pretty scared at the moment. In my mind, this dish looks absolutely amazing. I'm just trying to execute that well. I can't screw this up now.
Right, this is it. 2 minutes to go. Hurry up, come on.
It's time for the final coating, which is the red cocoa butter coating. I'm really happy. It looks like an apple, and I can't believe I've done it.
Good, isn't it? Looks really good.
Reynold, what's the dish?
I call it the forbidden fruit. It's a chocolate mousse inside with a raspberry coulis, coated with ganache and cocoa butter. And I've played it up around with some raspberries and strawberries on a chocolate soil and a raspberry sorbet.
It looks spectacular. Like, honestly, mate, that looks wonderful.
Yeah.
You done it before?
No. No, I was hoping to make it look more like an apple. I tried my best.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm quite happy with it, though.
Quite.
Smash it open because I can't wait.
Oh, yeah, baby. Oh, yeah.
Gee.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that is ridiculously good.
Start of week 2. Not finals week next week, the beginning of week 2, and you're putting up food like this. Unbelievable.
Thank you.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Everything is right about it. The intensity of the raspberry sorbet, the smoothness, the lightness of the mousse, the chocolatey richness, the cocoa butter coating, the right amount of crumb for the dish, the way it looks.
Yeah.
Like, wow.
Yeah,
Wow,
no,
wow, wow.
absolutely. Perfect dish, perfect. Perfect. I'm absolutely gobsmacked, mate.
Thank
I
you.
really am.
Wow, Reynold, top 5 this morning. Let's not kid ourselves. It's top 3 dish, man.
Thank you.
And it deserves one of these. It deserves one of these. Come here. Respect. Yeah? Respect.
So I'm thinking to do something with chocolate. And with me growing up with cooking, I kind of grew up by myself reading cookbooks and stuff like that. I've never really had my mum like there for me as much. We came to Australia when I was about 5 years old. Mum had been a chef in Indonesia, but she had to start at the bottom again and work her way up. She was working really hard, so I was home alone a lot with my brother. We used to find Mum's cookbooks that were lying around the house, and we just flicked through them and started making stuff. And what really caught my eyes was this dish. It's pliable chocolate ganache, so it's quite soft and it's also flexible. And that really excited me because I've never seen anything like it.
But I've never really had the idea to complete it until now. I've just got a picture in my head.
Doing a pastry dish, by any chance?
So chocolate. So I'm adding little things that I love to eat as well.
Yep.
Honeycomb and orange as well. And rosemary ice cream. So I'm just hoping that it'll go together as well.
Because your parents were working so
Yeah.
hard, you grew up in a different environment, don't you? That's everybody does, you know. It's amazing what references we do have.
So if I can do it today in the MasterChef kitchen, it will be very special to me.
Because I know my mum will just be proud of me. I'm feeling a bit of pressure. Check my honeycomb. It's cooled down, but it's just not setting. And it's just so soft.
What happened to the honeycomb?
I didn't take the sugar far enough, so it's really soft. I gotta start that again.
You've got 30 minutes to go.
Yeah.
Will you be ready?
Hopefully, I've just gotta...
Hopefully.
Yeah, I will. Yeah.
I hope so too.
I've only got 30 minutes to get this right. This is a dish, pretty much what I've loved cooked, and it's... So I don't want to fail today. I'm gonna try again until I get it right.
Second batch of honeycomb. I'm gonna be using a thermometer this time. I'm gonna make sure it comes up to the right temperature. Pour out my second lot of honeycomb, and
It looks good, so I'm pretty happy about it.
I know I've bitten off a lot than what I could chew, but I want to keep pushing. I want to just get things done. It's not over until it's over. So I'm going to add another chocolate element.
I'm gonna try and temper chocolate because I remember the first time when I got it wrong over and over and over again. Really made me really frustrated, and there's one point when I got it right, and that was probably one of the best days of my life.
Today's elimination day. There's consequences. One of us could be going home. But no, this is childhood. I'm evoking my memories, so I want to temper chocolate. I take out the chocolate and I pour it over the acetate and I spread it very thinly, and I'm hoping it's going to set.
The chocolate seems to be working.
Check on my honeycomb,
No, that's all right.
snap it, and it works. It's looking like what I want it to look like. This is finally in the MasterChef kitchen that I've got honeycomb down. Finally, everything's slowly coming together. I'm just hoping that I can just keep it together. Less than 10 minutes to go, and I've got to start plating up. Cut a circle out of the ganache and a hole in the middle. Cube up the orange jelly and put that in the center. Next thing to do is put the chocolate crumb on top.
What is that?
It's just the crumble.
Of what?
The burnt.
So I taste the crumb and something's really missing.
Oh my God. Got to put sugar.
Can't believe it. That is such a stupid mistake. It just flew over my head.
Can't really do much. Just gonna coat this in caster sugar and hopefully that it will cover the sweetness. Yes, I've taken quite a bit of risk. You know, it's all in or nothing.
High emotion, high stakes, but it's all about getting into finals week. 5 minutes to go. Come on.
this whole idea and the pictures finally coming together.
Looks amazing, Reynold.
I'm actually really proud of actually putting something like this up. I've done dishes before in the competition that I've been happy with, but never a dish like this.
10 seconds to go. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. Time's up.
I think I've done more than justice to my childhood memory. I think my mum and Arnold, my brother, would be very surprised that I could pull this dish off. If I pull this dish in front of them, I know my mum will go, you know, wow, I'm so proud of you. I'm really proud of myself to put up a dish like this. I think I've done more than justice to my childhood memory.
Wow. Well, I'll tell you what, it looks absolutely drop-dead gorgeous. So what's the dish?
So it's a chocolate ganache with orange jelly, tempered chocolate, honeycomb, and rosemary ice cream.
You've had a very different upbringing, you know, working parents.
For me, where food came from was self-learning, reading those books that Mum had. I was just like a 15, 14-year-old kid reading through a 3 Michelin-star book, and I was just so amazed.
Does your mum inspire you?
Yeah, she's a hard worker. She definitely
She's
is.
a hard worker, yeah. She's run the business and supporting you guys, right?
Yeah. She had to start from the bottom, so as a kitchen hand, and then worked her way back up very, very slowly. I know my mum's a very tough person, but she's a lovable person as well. She's very caring, and when I was young, I didn't really understand that.
Can I ask you a question? Would you love to put this in front of your mum now?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Would you?
Yeah.
And what would you say to her?
I'd say, well, I wouldn't have my childhood any other way. So to put up a dish like that and having a childhood where my mum's worked bloody hard, and for me to focus on food and find my own way is, yeah, that's what I would tell her.
That you want to forge your own way?
Yeah.
I listened to your story. What was very obvious is that your mother made great sacrifices for you and your brothers. But I understand your mother didn't want you to walk into the kitchen.
Yep. I really understand why as well, because it's a hard life.
What this dish highlights is your ability to organize and to achieve a lot within a very small time. The amount of work that you have done in 90 minutes is extraordinary. I'd employ you.
Speechless, I'd be very grateful.
To hear that is, it's amazing.
I've never expected to achieve this much. I've always been so shy about serving food to people because I don't know how good it is or how bad it is. And to put food in front of you guys, and especially to Marco, it's just amazing to hear those comments. I feel stunned, but proud as well. I'm proud of myself.
We're proud of you.
Thank you.
But now it's time for us to taste.
Thanks, Marco. Success.
That is the best dessert, for me, that we've had all season. It is absolutely beautiful. The chocolate mousse is delicious. The rosemary ice cream is just an inspired idea. The little tumble of ingredients, which includes that lovely light, crunchy honeycomb, those little pebbles, which is, was a mistake, but in fact worked out brilliantly, and the little shards of chocolate are all just on the money.
He's 21 years of age. This is phenomenal.
But what's interesting is that explosion of flavours. Most pastry chefs have a sweet tooth. That's why they make pastry. He's got a sauce chef's palate, which is taken into the pastry, which is rare. And that's what will define him apart from every other pastry chef in this country, his palate.
Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.